I'm so excited. This is your boy Nerdicane coming to you with another video. Might be a little echoey in here. I don't know. I'm in my future bedroom that we haven't moved into yet. Yeah, it might be a little echoey in here, but it's just an empty bedroom. But this is Savage Avengers number 5. There is credit where credit's due. Oh man, it is so nice to see a story arc play itself from the beginning to the end and not just go low T at the end. There's a lot of things, like I followed Jason Aaron's Thor, both Jane Foster Thor and Odin's son Thor, as they call him now, so they can take the mantle away from him whenever they want to. And he starts out really strong. He starts out with some really cool concepts, sort of sci-fi fantasy concepts. But in all the arcs that he started, it just ends with Thor punches the bad guy and knocked him down. It ends just so blandly. But this doesn't do a whole lot more than that. But they beat the enemy, the bad guy, by killing it with the sword. But the way that they do it is so cool. Now, there's a rule of comic books where if you're on the cover, you're supposed to do, if it's your name, and this really isn't the name of a single character, but if you're on the cover, you're supposed to do something badass. This, even though there's a cast of like 6 main characters, this does that so well. Everybody, it's a team fight up. They're fighting this like ancient god from Hyborian age. So it turns out this whole thing, I thought it was over. I thought this was over. I thought it was just a limited run, 5 issues, and they were just going to, here's some action, and we're going to go move on to the next. No, this is still going. They're going to do another story arc. I'm really excited for that, especially if they keep the same crew, because this is just a big, dumb action movie in the form of a comic book. And so it turns out this arc, this whole thing, this wizard, the creature that he brought, wasn't even the point. He was doing something else, which is really cool to find out in the 5th part of this. You think the big bad monster that he summoned was the end game for him. No, it wasn't. There was something even bigger that he wanted. Art is beautiful in this. The layouts are... There's one scene in this, I guess they had to do it as a splash page, but in Marvel fashion, they sort of like... They just step on it completely. So they do this really cool thing to trip the Marrow God, and I don't want to spoil the way they kill the Marrow God. It's friggin' awesome the way that they team up and destroy this thing. So I'm gonna cut to this. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that page because that page contained the spoiler that I don't want to show you guys, but they wind up killing it, and it's pretty awesome. But this is the splash page that they finished off the Marrow God, and now they're going after the wizard. This is a little bit cringy that they're all together like this, but it's still, it reminds you, it's still a comic book. There's still cringy, just goofy comic book things to it. But all in all, I'm not going to skip a whole lot more of this. The symbiote that was in Conan dies, and Voodoo has to do something about it, and it's really awesome. I'm not going to spoil any of the rest of this, but it's kind of cool at the end. Conan is definitely high T. If you just stand next to Conan, your testosterone levels are going to start boosting by just being in the same room with him. But it's very funny where he starts hitting on Elektra, and it's just very what you would expect of Conan. He has his adventure, he's victorious, and he's looking for the most beautiful woman within the vicinity, and he wants to hook up. But it's really cool, like there's some jokes back and forth, like even Venom starts cutting jokes at her because she gives him this bracelet. But it's really cool because the bracelet is a tracker so that she can track him, and because he doesn't want to go through this portal back to New York or back to wherever. Conan hates magic. It's keeping perfectly in line with the lore of Conan. They sort of like did the B.A. Baracus thing where they tricked him into taking the portal to go get the wizard. You better hit a like. If you got the B.A. Baracus reference, you need to hit a like, okay, and subscribe. But once again, the people from the Conan Properties International, they're making sure Marvel stays on track. They're making sure Marvel doesn't turn Conan into a woman or a male feminist, or do anything that's just way out of sorts for who Conan has been for the past. I don't even know how long Conan's been around. A long time, but I give this a recommendation. Wow, this is a short video. Like a lot of people say, a lot of people who do these reviews of comic books, a review of a good comic book is really short. And I'm finding that when I get a hold of a good comic book, they're pretty few and far between from Marvel Comics. But when you get a hold of a good comic book, the review is pretty short. And maybe I'm not even advertised, so I don't get double advertisement. I get no advertisements because I don't have 2,000. I need 2,000 followers. I have I think 216, but I have the 216 best followers in all of YouTube. So that's my advantage. PewDiePie has like 60 trillion, but he doesn't really have the 214 best. I do. So that's one for me. But anyway, the Man Cave's getting ready. I'm probably going to I may start doing some stuff on Mixer, playing superhero video games, no matter how cringy they are. Tell me in the comments if you think that would be funny if I started doing like superhero video games, good and bad, both stuff like Batman Arkham Asylum and things as bad as like an Iron Man game or something like that. But tell me if you would watch that, okay? But go get this. It's an ongoing series. The next arc starts on the next story arc starts on issue 6. I keep calling it episode. Issue 6. But yeah, go get this. It's a good jumping on point. And thanks for watching. Hit a like, hit a subscribe, and you guys go out, have a good day. It is Friday. Go have a good weekend.